At the end of a narrow alley in Seoul's Noksapyeong neighborhood, a small first-floor pub carries two black handwritten Korean characters on a plain white sign. The name is DanBam. This single small pub introduced the world of Korean Pojangmacha and a green bottle of Soju to global viewers for the very first time. The sign is simple. Two Korean characters, DanBam, in plain black handwriting on white. A typeface that follows no trend has somehow become a visual code of the Korean alley. And these two characters were where global fascination began. On January 31st, 2020, a JTBC drama begins. The title is Itaewon Class, 16 episodes. Its finale rated 16.5% in viewership. The lead Park Saeroyi opens his first pub right after release from prison in an Itaewon alley. The name of that pub was DanBam. DanBam unfolded means moon night. The English OST title Sweet Night carries that meaning exactly. The hour when the moon waxes and wanes, a single drink emptied slowly. The mood Park Saeroyi placed in the name set the entire tone of the pub. Do you know what the drink was that Park Saeroyi poured across his counter? It was a green bottle of Korean Soju. A pour the owner makes himself is the signature gesture of a Korean pub. That single drink was the breath that carried the long working night of Korea. The dishes at DanBam were tteokbokki and rolled egg and grilled hagfish. A plain Korean drinking spread laid out on the counter. A single green soju bottle and two small glasses sit quietly beside them. That single cup was the breath that carried the working night of Korea. There is one detail worth pausing on. DanBam was not strictly a street tent, Pojangmacha. It was an indoor first-floor pub. Then why has it lived in the global viewer's memory as Pojangmacha? Korean Pojangmacha began in the late 19th century as a tent-cart street pub tradition. A small space, a small table, and a pour the owner makes himself. DanBam was the direct heir of that culture. An indoor pub on paper, but its tone, its dishes, and the breath of a single cup were Korean Pojangmacha at its core. The reason American viewers first grew familiar with the word Korean pub came from one drama and one tiny pub. Itaewon Class went global on Netflix the moment JTBC released it. A Korean alley shifted into a global living room overnight. A single alley, a single pub began crossing borders. Itaewon Class topped the Netflix Japan chart of that season. In Tokyo living rooms, Park Seo-joon's hairstyle and fashion were copied. In the United States, together with the Southeast Asian K-drama fandom, DanBam became the first Korean pub many viewers had ever met. Living rooms across the world were watching the same single alley at the same time. A line of subtitle floated across an American viewer's screen. The English transliteration, Pojangmacha. That single word grew familiar, and viewers began searching for Korean pubs. And the name was DanBam, a small pub at the end of a Seoul alley. At the end of a Noksapyeong alley in Seoul, there is a spot where DanBam actually stood. The address is 57 Noksapyeong-daero, 40gil Yongsan-gu. Just after the drama ended, Japanese and Southeast Asian fans were the first to find it. A Korea tourism organization K-drama tour sign now stands at the entrance to this small alley. Climb the narrow stairs of Haebangchon next to DanBam and you see Seoul Tower in the distance. This was the path Park Saeroyi often walked in the drama. Two black characters on a white sign, and beneath that sign, a single hour of the Korean city is compressed. A single beam of alley light has warmed living rooms across the globe. There is a single cup that one small pub managed to paint. A bottle of soju, a plate of side dishes, a pour the owner makes himself. This plain landscape was what taught the global viewer the word Korean Pojangmacha. Tonight, if you sit in a small pub somewhere, lift a cup like the one served at DanBam. And inside that cup, an hour of the DanBam alley will still be quietly alive.